My name is Dominic Ranang, and I'll be your speaker for today. It's nice to meet you all, and I hope all of you will listen. My topic for today will be about the research me and my group mates have conducted about the level of academic stress among HUMSS students in Baguio City National High School. So, let's begin with our topic. What is academic stress? First, let's define academic stress. Academic stress is the psychological state caused by many stressors. These stressors can be interpersonal, health, and social. And too much of this stress can cause a decrease in academic performance and impede academic growth. So, stress. I'm sure all of you have experienced it once in your academic career. I, for one, have experienced it last night, trying to prepare for this TED Talk. Of course, this isn't the only instance that I've been stressed, but this is the most recent example. And because of this stress, sometimes we might feel really different. Our performance in our academia can decrease, getting lower grades and lower scores in our exams and homework or quizzes. And from person to person, these factors and causes of stress differ. So, next please. According to the background of our study, the main sources of stress were found as competition, homework, exams, work outside of school, and academic overload. So next. According to a study conducted in 2017 by Alyami et al. About the relationship between perceived stress, academic self-efficacy, and self-esteem to academic stress, it was found that 71% of the respondents were indeed highly stressed. That's a very huge number. So this means that indeed academic stress is a widespread phenomenon. It's widespread because, look at this, 71%. That's a lot of students in that study. So next please. So the objectives of our study, this is what we answered. What is the level of academic stress among HUMSS students in Baguio City National High School according to their year level and sex? And we answered if there is a significant difference in the level of academic stress among HUMSS students in Baguio City National High School according to year level and sex. Please. So, in order to get the results for our research, we used a questionnaire, and the number of our respondents are 224. And we divided these respondents into 4 classifications: grade 11, grade 12, male, and female. Next please. And this is what our questionnaire looked like. Always, often, sometimes, and rarely, with a few statements regarding academic stress and their experience in the academia. Next please. So the first statement of our problem, what is the level of academic stress? Next please. This is the results that came up. For grade 11, the weighted mean of the results is 2.52, or it could be interpreted as often according to our scale. And grade 12, 2.47, or sometimes. Could you please bring that, please? Thank you. So, for the grade 11, the highest results that we gotten is statement 9, which just says, besides studying, I am worried about too many things. That's for grade 11 with a weighted mean of 2.89. And for grade 12, it is the same, but the 3.04 for grade 12 and the same statement. So, next please. And this is a representation of the results we gotten from that table. Most students found themselves always stressed, 3.25 to 4. Next, most biggest one is often, 2.5 to 3.24. followed by sometimes and never. Lucky bastards for having never felt stressed. Excuse my language. Second, is there a significant difference according to year level and sex? Next, please. And this is according to year level, so same as usual, 2.52 for grade 11, 2.47 to grade 12. With this, we can see that it's only a difference of 5.05 on the weighted mean between grade 11 and 12, which means there is no significant difference between year levels. Next, please. For the sex, 2.57 for males and 2.49 for females. Also, not a significant difference, with only 0.06 difference. Alright. Level, and this one is section 2. Level of academic stress among humanities and social sciences students of Baguio City National High School. For grade 11, the weighted average is a 2.52, which can be interpreted as an often. So they often feel stressed, and they have high levels of stress according to the scale. Grade 12, it's a 2.47, sometimes, which is an average stress. Seems reasonable enough, considering that we have experienced average stress this grade 12. For males, 2.57, often, and high stress. I'm not sure how true this is, but I think it is true for me at least. Female, 2.47, and 2.49, excuse me. Descriptive reading of sometimes and average stress. So essentially, females are less likely to experience academic stress than males, and grade 11 students experience less academic stress than, actually no, excuse me, I got that messed up, sorry. Grade 12 experiences less academic stress than grade 11. And we use the Likert scale to get these readings and our legend and the average ratings. Next, please. Okay. To conclude, academic stress. Academic stress is indeed a widespread phenomenon, and that's why we conducted a study about it. It's an important thing that we had to conduct a study about because everyone has experienced it at least once in their lives. And according to the findings of our study, we found out that non-academic factors is the main cause of academic stress, not academic factors. See here. And instead, it was time management that caused such a phenomenon. We can prove this by statement 9 having the highest results, which is besides studying, I am too worried about too many things, and statement 4 having the highest as well, having a high one as well, with it being about that they are with that they are worried about their time management skills. So, considering that time management skills are the main problem for academic stress, we've given a few solutions and recommendations. First of all, prioritize. This is something that's simple and should be something that's straightforward, but a lot of people don't actually apply this. Even me. I spent 4 hours playing League of Legends last night instead of practicing for this, and I realized that it was already too late and I had to cram this until 1 a.m. So, is that good priorities? I don't think so. So, you probably should follow my example. Build a personalized schedule. Everyone is different, okay? Sometimes someone can go for 2 hours straight of studying, while some for 1 hour, and for me, 15 minutes. Mind you, not because I'm good at studying, it's because I have such a low attention rate that I can barely stand studying for 15 minutes. I'm not sure if there's any cost to that, but hey, that's just me. like here, one of my group mates, let's say he can study for 1 hour, and then before he has to do something. So let's say he has a lot of chores to do in his house in general. So therefore, he should build around his schedule, around those chores, and that study time. So that is how to build a personalized schedule, and I hope you do that too. Be realistic and flexible. Yes, you can set your own personalized schedule, but sometimes you just have to be realistic and know your limits. I know my limits are 15 minutes, and maybe his limits are 2 hours, and then he didn't know that, so he's going to set it to 2 hours, and I'm still going to keep my 15 minutes and have the rest for gaming. And be flexible. Not every time can we spend 1 hour, 2 hours studying every day. Excuse my language. Stuff happens, life happens. Sometimes you have to go on vacation, sometimes there are more chores to do around the house that day, or sometimes our ex calls and then we have to go on a date. I don't know if that's really good to spend time, but hey, it's something that affects my time sometimes, and sometimes yours, I'm guessing. So that's it. Be realistic, be flexible. Not every time can we spend our time doing study. Most of the time for 2 hours a day, we can sometimes do 1 hour this day, and in the weekend we can do 3 hours. I can't do that, but you probably can. So that's it for my talk, and I hope you all learned something more.